What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video, y'all. I am so hyped right now because, as y'all can hear, I came in with my boy, my favorite artist right now, BJ the Chicago Kid. And the reason why I figured why I will come in with him is because BJ the Chicago Kid yesterday was nominated for three Grammys. 3 Grammy Awards, yo. This song that I came in, Turning Me Up, was nominated for Best R&B Performance. My boy deserved these Grammys nominations, for real, for real. Grammys, y'all did it right. Unlike Soul Train, that's supposed to be for us, right? But anyway, BJ was nominated for, like I said, 3 for Best R&B Performance, Best R&B Traditional Performance for A Woman's World, and Best R&B Album. Best R&B Album. Like, his album is definitely in my top 5 of this year, to be honest with you. He's my favorite artist, but I'm just so hyped for him because y'all know I've been talking about BJ the Chicago Kid all through these R&B bangers. Since I started R&B bangers, he was one of the artists that I talked about a lot. I said, you know, Turning Me Up, I did that as an R&B banger. I also did A Woman's World as an R&B banger. So it feels so good that when you're talking about songs and you're talking about an album that you really talk about a lot, and y'all know from these bangers I have talked about BJ a lot. Even songs that I wanted to be singles, you know what I'm saying? So I'm so happy because he definitely deserved this, for real, for real. In addition to him, I want to give a shout out to my boy Ro James. Y'all know he was another one since January. When I started these current R&B bangers, I did a video on him. And, you know, when I heard Permission, because first of all, he got me with the, you know, the Willie Hutch sample. So I was already gone, and him riding that beat like he was, it was just a dope, dope record. And that song is nominated for Best R&B Performance, so I am so glad that he got nominated as well. If you've been under a rock, Permission has been #1 on R&B Airplay and adult R&B songs, so I am so happy for him. But if you've been under a rock, you clearly don't know what Permission sound like, maybe this will give you a little hint on why this song is popping and why the Grammys knew that they had to nominate this song. Here we go.
Give me that green light. I need you. Give me that green light. With your permission.
Woo! Yes, man. So I'm so happy he's nominated. So that was a plus because that's another artist that I talked about a lot on these current R&B bangers, and he's getting the buzz and he's getting the love that he definitely deserves. So I really appreciate the Grammys for that one, for nominating Ro James. Lastly, last shout out to Anderson .Paak for his 2 nominations, one being for Best New Artist. Yo, I remember when I heard Anderson .Paak on the Compton soundtrack, and the only song that I could always go to was Animals. I loved it. I loved the vibe of it. I was like, who is this cat? And one of my Twitter followers was like, yo, this is Anderson .Paak. He been out for a minute, and, you know, they were just giving me the 411 on him. I was like, I gotta follow him, because even though he raps, I was like, yo, I'm feeling him, you know what I'm saying? So everybody was telling me, you know, in January he was coming out with Malibu. I was like, you know what? And then I saw my boy BJ the Chicago Kid on there. So I was like, okay, this is nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? Because he's with Dre. Dre done, you know, co-signed on him. BJ the Chicago Kid is on it. I said, this dude is the truth. So I was like, let me get it. And my homeboy Wallace was like, yo, you need to get this joint. This joint is dope. So when I brought it, I was like, yo, he's it. But it was even a little before then when I got the album, I heard Am I Wrong? And right after I heard I'm Wrong, I was like, this is the same dude from Animals? Because he was spitting on that one. And I was just like, yo, he had it from here. So I'm so hyped about his nomination. But if you don't know Anderson .Paak, I talked about him in one of my videos with this song that I'm about to play for y'all. And here we go. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. I was like, right after that joint, I was like, that's it. That's it. Malibu joint is the truth. That's another favorite of mine this year, for real, for real. But like I said, excuse me, it just feels so good that the people you talked about all year, because I talked about these cats all year on my social media, my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and I'm so happy that they're getting their props. It's well deserved. But one thing I've always been doing since I heard these three is I've been calling them the new soul Rat Pack, because these dudes are representing R&B soul the right way, and I'm so happy for them, for real, because you know, you can represent R&B, but you can do it wrong. And a lot of these new cats is doing it wrong, and they doing it right. You know, Ro James, Anderson .Paak, and BJ the Chicago Kid, they doing it right because they remaining current, you know what I'm saying? But they still have that soul and that depth in their music, and you feel it. And that's why I'm so happy they're getting their respect. So, you know what I'm saying? So to start this video, I had to do a congratulations to BJ the Chicago Kid, Anderson .Paak, and Ro James for their Grammy nominations. Hopefully you guys get it. You know, keep representing R&B soul the right way, and you can remain current and remain fly and all that, and y'all doing it right. So big ups to y'all, and I hope y'all get more and more success, and it's just a beautiful thing. So I figure why not start the video that way. So let's get into it. This week I'm here for this week's R&B bangers. I have 5 for y'all this week. So let's get it started. I got my drink prepared. I already came in with keep on turning me up. Hey! Alright. But starting with my boys OnKey and Curt Quinn. Now, I talked about OnKey maybe about 7-8 videos ago. He had a joint called Start Over Again, and I talked about it, and I was like, this dude gives me Horace Brown a little bit. Y'all know, 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Yeah. So, you know, then, you know, I was feeling him. I was liking his vibe. I was like, okay, I'm feeling him. Then he was saying that, you know, because we was connecting on social media, he was like, yo, I'm about to hook up with Curt Quinn, and we about to come out with this new project. And I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So the first joint that they put out maybe about, for me, that I found maybe about 3-4 months ago, and the song was like, I'm Not Ready, and that joint is a banger. It got a little knock to it, and their backgrounds just going back and forth with each other is just completely dope. So here's the song, I'm Not Ready, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Come on. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, they got together and created that. Okay, I wonder what this album gonna be. So they dropped their album on December the 3rd. It's called Univer-Soul. Let me tell y'all, they created a banging album, for real, for real. They created a banging album. When I first was listening to it, it was like, you know how you listen to a song and you got to keep replaying it and finally you can get past it? That's how I was with this record that they got, for real, for real. Out of the 10 songs, 8 of them I love. 8 of them I absolutely love. I was like, yo, they did this on this album. The number one thing that I can say that they both complement each other, OnKey and Curt Quinn. They definitely complement each other with their voices. It was just dope, man. And I was just like, now, this is a good album. And I was like, what I like is they're talking about love, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? They're using their imagination, but the lyrics are there. You know what I'm saying? But it's still dope, and it's smooth, and it's all that. You know what I'm saying? But they got a lot of bangers on this joint. They got Heartbeat with Smokey from Player. I was like, word, y'all work with Player, and you know, if you know Player, the Cheers to You album, you'll know who Smokey is, because you'll know how his voice is. You'll know the record. So Heartbeat, banger with him. Spotlight, another banger. Complicated One, Part 1 and Part 2. Oh my God, I don't even know which one I like better. because they just so dope. It's like, all right, I love part 1, and then when part 2 come on, I'm like, damn, I love that too. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope. I'm Not Ready, of course, but then 2 joints where these brothers is really, really singing on. Even If, and the last joint, The Soulful Don't Lie. Yo, the album is crazy, for real, but I figured, as R&B bangers, I'm like, yo, I think I need to give them the first song on the album called Show You. Let me tell y'all, that joint hits you hard off the break. I was like, yo, y'all coming. You know, I like an album like that. It kind of reminds me like a Janet, Rhythm Nation, Michaels, you know, Dangerous. Like, they hit you hard with the first track. They hit you hard off the first song on this one. Janet and Michael did it with 6 straight. They hit you hard from the boom, like off the break. I was like, yo, this joint is it. I figured, why not do this as the R&B banger? It rocks. Joint is called Show You. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a dope joint. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Back it up a little. Here we go.
I would change your world.
Yo, I wish I could play the whole joint for y'all, but that joint knocks. And I just love the part when they said, when you say it ain't no man left, move them thoughts to the side. I was like, yo, talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this joint is dope. I really want y'all to check it out. Univer-Soul is available on SoundCloud, iTunes. I think they put it on Spotify, if I'm not mistaken. But y'all, I want y'all to really check it out for real, please. It is good music. I want y'all to support OnKey and Curt Quinn with their Univer-Soul album. Dope, good music, y'all. Please. The next artist is actually a favorite of the R&B bangers. My girl, Brittany B. Now, I done talked about her in about a good 3-4 videos. And you can tell this girl just loves the passion. She has the passion, and she loves what she does. Because I follow her on SoundCloud, right? So, you know, you get notifications when, you know, a new artist comes out. You know what I'm saying? And they got, you know, a new joint, and they'll come to your phone like, oh, somebody posted a track or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. But sometimes with Brittany, it's hard to keep up with her. It really is. It's like she give you one track, then she give you another track maybe 2 days later. It's like, dang, girl, I'm loving this joint. Then you give me something new. But last week, you know, because I did a Martha Watch video last week, after the Soul Train Awards, she dropped 2 joints. So I was like, dang, okay. But I was like, I'm going to talk about, you know, both of them in this new joint. So these joints was definitely Brandy inspired, period. Because the joint Pretend, she uses the Broken Hearted remix. You know what I'm saying? She uses that. And it can be played on that playlist, if you know what I'm saying. Brittany got a lot of sexual songs, you know what I'm saying? But this one, you put on the playlist. And I'm going to put that joint in the more info box. But the joint that I'm going to talk about right now is called Baby. And she uses, you know, the sample of Brandy's Baby, the song Baby, but she's using, whoever the producer is, used the vocal acrobats that Brandy uses on this song. And I was like, yo, they did the damn thing. And Brittany B is riding it like an MC. And the beat is crazy. She getting her vocal runs on with it. It's just a dope, dope record. And here's Baby. And it goes a little something like this. Dang, I wish I could be playing the whole song for y'all. But I got to give y'all samples. But here we go.
Baby, baby. Yeah, one day I'ma be your baby, 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 baby. One day you'll be all mine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thought it was cute how you tried to make the club, make me jealous. The next thing I knew, we was side by side and your ain't straight flexing. And if we put it on the gram, there might be haters, it might get hectic. They can do nothing but respect it.
Woo! That That joint is funky, man. I was like, come on, man. I was riding from work just blasting that joint. I was just like, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I was like, okay, Brittany, okay, I dig it. I dig it. But then the part where she really gives Brandy her props with the vocal acrobatics that we know Brandy is known for using, she did her thing on this part and this right here. And I think we all kind of know this part in Baby. I did that little run. You know what I'm saying? I like when Brandy do it live, too. So, I'm sorry I had to do that for a second. I'm sorry. I apologize. But, yo, she killed it. Killed it. Yo, it just makes me get my little bounce on. You know, my 90s little bounce on like, ah! Hey! I get my little knock on to that joint. That joint rocks, y'all. Brittany B, I need you to bring out a video or something. Bring out a video for this joint. This joint rocks. I need it. I really, really need this video or something. Because this joint bangs. I tell you, right after I finish recording this video, I'm going to play it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a game tonight. Y'all know I'm a diehard Knicks fan, too. So I'm going to be playing it. And my neighbors just going to have to deal with it. Because that beat just goes so hard. And it's hot. So I'm going to put I'm going to put Brittany B's Baby and Pretend in the more info box. I want y'all to check it out. Well, keeping the ladies going, the next artist, her name is Deni Rosa. And I talked about her slow jam, Things of the Past, and it was in maybe about 10 videos ago. I talked about the song because I just like the airy feely, but then it still had that knock to it. And if y'all don't remember, it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Back up a little. Here we go. Every lie, every remedy, symbols are nothing to me. Now they don't mean a thing. So, I talked about that joint, so that's the joint I kind of got familiar with her and her EP or whatever like that. So, you know, on SoundCloud, like I said, I get notifications when I follow artists and they retweet something or they repost something or, you know, they got new music. So, I see that she had a new joint. So, I was like, okay, what's this about? And then when I heard it, I was like, oh, she used one of my favorite joints of the 90s. I was like, oh, shoot. And it's actually my favorite Aaliyah song, 4-Page Letter. And Easy Rod did his damn thing on this joint. This joint, yo, the production is crazy. The song is called Match That. It's just a banger. I just love the production. And we'll get more into it. But here is Match That. And it goes like this. Here we go. Tell me, can you match that? I got that for you. Tell me, can you match my shine? Tell me, can you match that? Tell me, can you work this right? Tell me, can you match that? I've been working hard all mine. Tell me, can you match that? Woo! And that's what I really love about the record. You know how you can use a sample, but if you use it right, joint is crazy. Easy Rod, you used it right, because what I like is the fact that you saw the beat that it had, even though you kind of hear Leah in the background a little bit, but then when he let Timbaland beat come in, like the real beat for 4-Page Letter come in, and it was dope. This is what I love about the joint. Y'all, I want y'all to check this out. Match That by Deni Rosa. I'm going to put in the more info box. Can you match that? Woo! John, it's a banger for real, for real. And hey, with a sample of 4-Page Letter and Aaliyah, you can't go wrong. I mean, you can mess it up, but they didn't on this one, so Match That by Deni Rosa. The next artist is Bryan J. Now, I was introduced to Bryan J because, you know, when everybody was doing their Controller and Kiss Me Better you know, remixes or covers or whatever you want to call it. I was listening to everybody, and I wasn't really like, oh my God. But when I got to Bryan J, I was like, there's something in his that I like. I'm like, let me follow this cat. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm digging it. You know what I'm saying? So then maybe about a couple of days ago, I get a notification that he got a new joint out. So I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? This joint, when you hear it, it's definitely mainstream. I can see it being played on pop, and I can see it played on R&B radio. But what I do like is that it's mainstream, but it still has that bounce to it. Still has that R&B bounce to it. It got that knock. But I know y'all about to probably judge me, but whatever. We cool, whatever. But, you know, in this song, you hear finger snapping. And one thing I will never forget is when I was a kid, my mom would always say the Motown sound was always finger snapping, hand clapping, and the tambourine. You always hear that production in the background. So, like, when we would hear anything from the Supremes or Four Top or you know, the Temptations, my mom be like, you hear that finger snapping? You hear that hand clapping? You hear the tambourine? I'm like, oh, yeah, I hear it. So every time I hear a song that has, like, finger snapping and you can really hear it, I'm like, ooh, that gives me Motown flavor. So it kind of makes me feel some kind of way. But whatever. But, you know, I just love this joint, to be honest with you, and I couldn't stop playing it. But what I do really like about this song, it's so simple, but yet it's dope. Like the music and the vocals is not too much, it's not too little. It's just right. And it just takes me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And definitely one of the lyrics, he's saying, put the red cups to the side. So you know that caught me off the break. But this joint knocks, and it's called You Tonight. And I love how he do his little high range on You. Dope record. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Back up a little. Here we go. Like you hear the finger snapping, so it kind of gives me that vibe, you know what I'm saying? But y'all can't tell me like the joint don't take you somewhere. Like the music is so smooth, his vocals is smooth, he ain't doing too much, he not doing all this running and doing all that. It's just right. So for me, I can just get in my car, like if I'm having a stressful day, just get in my car and just ride out. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is just a dope joint. But like I said, it sounds so mainstream, but it still sounds like an R&B record. So I'm going to put his stuff in the more info box. I really want y'all to check it out. Also check out his Controller, you know, cover and his Kiss Me Better cover. I enjoyed it and I think you will. But You Tonight, banger by Bryan J. The last artist on this week's R&B Bangers I found on singersroom.com, and her name is Justy. Now, I don't know too much about her, but, you know, I'm just hearing the song. She has an EP coming out that I'm also putting in the more info box because I want y'all to check that out because I'm going to check it out just as well. And she got a new joint called Can't Explain It. It's so dope. It's so street. It's just so smooth, but it got a nice little beat to it, and I really, really enjoy it, yo. Like, I was just rocking at work today, like, yo, this joint is just so smooth, and then she riding it, you know what I'm saying? She's giving me, like, that Macy Grayish type of feel, but the beat is rocking. Like, it gave me a feeling like how when Common and Macy Gray did their song together, I forgot the title, Ghetto Heaven, I think, but I think they used Ghetto Heaven by Family Stand, but they used that chorus, but it gave me that vibe because it's just so smooth. And she got a rapper, his name is Jaded, and it's just a dope joint. And it's called Can't Explain, and it goes a little something like this, y'all. Give y'all a nice little sample on this one, and here we go.
Favorite part in my favorite song. Central Park when it just gets warm. Looking at the stars when I feel alone. Christmas songs on the radio. A good book when it's really cold. I love you like. Man, I can't even explain it.
Woo!
I love you like a boo who needs acquitted. Guess I went and got addicted.
That joint is smooth, man. It's so New York to find out she's from Staten Island. So, you know what I'm saying? That joint is dope. I want y'all to check that out. Her name is Justy. Can't explain it. I'm going to put it in the more info box. Like I said, I'm going to also put her EP in there. I want y'all to check it out. So, that's it. That's this week R&B Bangers. This is my boys OnKey and Curt Quinn with Show You from their dope album Univer-Soul. I want y'all to check it out. Brittany B with that hard-hitting Brandy inspired Baby. Bryan J's Motown type of feel that I call it. You Tonight. Deni Rosa with her dope joint with the Aaliyah 4-page letter joint. Match That. And Justy Smooth Can't Explain It. And them joints is bangers. I want y'all to check that out. For real, for real. It's dope, dope, dope. And I'm going to put all that info in the more info box. But y'all know I have to leave with a rant, but this time I don't have to. Somebody's gonna say it for me. I talked about him in a couple of my recent videos. William Casanova. I talked about his song "Love You Down," and I talked about Vibes. And he had a joint that he put out last week called "R&B Is Dead." Album is dope. I'm gonna talk about it in the next video. But in this one, the first track he got, "Would You Mind?" And at the end of it, he's speaking on how I feel about R&B and why I do these current R&B bangers, because I want y'all to know there's so much more out there. Because, like I said, everybody sounds the same. There's nothing new. There's nothing fresh. Everybody is sounding the same. Ain't nothing new. So I love that somebody that I talked about in my current R&B bangers actually has a song where he's addressing this. And I figured, why not let him rant for me? And here it goes. But I want y'all to check it out. I'm going to put it in the more info box. R&B Is Dead. It's a dope, dope record. But he talks about it. And here he go. And let him rant on. Here we go.
Can be safe. Like, we all love it. We all talk about how much we miss it. But unfortunately, I don't think the entertainers are putting two and two together to figure out how to make themselves musically relevant while being true to the R&B genre, but still being commercial enough to actually sell some records. No variety, there's no different layers, there's no evolution. The innovativeness is gone, the creativity is not there. Nobody's delivering us a package that makes us say, wow, dang. You know, you remember back when you would hear a song and it just sounded so good, you just got excited or whatever?
Yes, I remember them days. Talk to him, William.
You like, you know, it's to the point where, like, that's back when you bought an album and it was so that, you know, remember when you would try to skim through an album, but you couldn't even skim through it?
Yes, you couldn't. You had to listen to each song.
Right? We don't get that anymore.
Right, so I had to let him do the rant for himself. Like, he did it for me, and that's the reason why I do these current R&B bangers, because I want these program directors, these A&Rs, these record labels, stop trying to find the same sound just to make a buck. Music is supposed to inspire. If everybody's talking like this, then clearly something is wrong. There's nobody being inspired because everybody has the same damn sound. And like I said with every one of my videos, all these current R&B bangers don't have the same sound. Nobody sounds alike. Nobody. Nobody sounds like OnKey and Curt Quinn did not sound like Brittany B. Brittany B didn't sound like Bryan J. Bryan J didn't sound like Justy. Deni Rosa didn't sound like any of them. That's what we need, inspire. Make people have different sounds so everybody can have their own lane. It's like nobody can have their own lane anymore. Like I said, I wasn't going to rant, but hey, I had to get my little bit of 2 cents in. But to end on, a high note, why not end with the newly Grammy-nominated Mr. Ro James? And I'm going to end with a joint that I talked about on current R&B bangers as well. That is a banger. He put out a new video for it. It bangs. And we going to go out with this. And it goes a little something like this. And here we go.
Oh, but you already knew that. You already knew that. You already knew that. You already knew that, girl. You already knew that.
Say you already knew that. You already knew that, girl. I'm out, y'all. Peace.